I'd like to talk about this for a minute. This word. What is that? What's that?
A covenant, commitment.
Okay. This is a covenant. This is a commitment.
Covenant to a fool.
Covenant. Commitment. What else?
Agreement.
Agreement? Really? Okay. All right. I thought about this and I was praying, saying, well, what particularly do you want me to talk about? Since it's been a couple weeks to try to connect the dots. And I was reading the Bible last night in Joshua chapter 9. We're going to be going there a little bit. Joshua chapter 9. Also, and it just so happened, while I was praying and I was looking through just different things, stumbled across one of the shortest marriages in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, the whole Kim Kardashian.
72-day, $10 million wedding.
Apparently, they made $18 million off of it.
Off of what?
Off of the $10 million
How in
wedding.
the world did they do that?
From the reality show. They made $18 million off the wedding, so it was profitable.
Oh, okay. And the wedding cost what?
$10 million.
Cost $10 million, but they made $18 million.
So really, yeah, profit was 8.
But he would need that because he's locked out in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's partying on her dime, from what I understand. And she's like, you need to get up, and get a job, and blah blah blah.
Get a job. I'm a basketball player. I don't need no job.
Yeah.
Like my
What are you saying? Right. But here we are.
Keep looking at the $2 million ring on your finger.
People just not happy. I would be
$2 million ring. He ain't Kobe.
$2 million ring.
$2 million ring. That's only a week and a half of Kobe money.
That's it. But in the whole NBA lockout, but apparently she was vexed because she was like, you need to get up and do something. You're on your butt, blah blah blah. And he's chilling and partying while she's working hard and doing what she does.
She was vexed because he asked her to move to Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, that's the other piece of being vexed that I didn't hear about.
Yes, that's really what it boiled down to, because he wants her to move to Minnesota, and she's like, I'm not moving. Why should I move? Because my job and my career and everything that I make money off of is not there. Well, her
clothing deal,
her whole,
the whole
her outings or whatever.
Yeah,
Every time she shows up to events and different
that's a
things of
job?
that nature, it pays her.
She go to parties and that's a job.
She gets paid for appearances.
What?
She doesn't just show up to parties. The celebrities get paid for appearances.
Wow, it must be nice.
Because it boosts up the business of that place.
Wow.
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2 months into it, they're done. Apparently, the guy didn't even know they were done.
Right?
How did he find out?
Probably same way with the rest of us found it.
Or I guess so, but it just all I saw
Facebook,
and just
Twitter.
going through is that he found out through different sources, not even from her, that they were getting a divorce. That's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Apparently, somebody didn't take their promise seriously. Somebody didn't take
Somebody
their
ain't think it through.
I don't believe it.
Y'all should have talked about where y'all was gonna live. That's some conversation you had before.
Before you get married. Well, by the way, where are we going to live?
Right. Do you want children? Do you not want children? That's a part of the discussion that you have before you get into a commitment with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a question? Let me just ask this question. Mm-hmm. Have you ever, did you really count up the cost of what it took to be a Christian or to be saved before you became a Christian?
No.
You didn't? Tell me what made you make the decision, even though you didn't have that kind of conversation. Was it emotion? Was it guilt? What was it? What made you say, I'm going to be a Christian regardless of what's going on?
I think it was all of that, plus at the time present circumstances and things that was going on, which is generally kind of like, if you look at that short-term marriages, the hype of what's going on, that situation right then and there.
Okay, so circumstances kind of draw us to being a Christian. I mean, some of us were born into a Christian household. You know what I'm saying? So people just told you you're going to be a Christian. So you could just say, how would you call that? You would call that, what would you call being born into Christianity? I mean, I know, bro.
COGIC, no.
Right. You know, into a Christian household, not necessarily, I'll just put a Christian household. because you can have a Christian household and definitely not be Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Be hellish and go to church every Sunday, you know, party all night, but because of the home you live in, the people will say, I don't care what you did the night before, you better make sure you in this house to go to church, or you better make sure you at church on Sunday morning. Everybody in here go to church. I don't care if you getting in. I don't care if church started at 10, you got in here at 9:30. Go in there and wash your mouth out, wrap up under your arms, you get in here in this car and go to church. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So a Christian household might have pushed us to be a Christian. Tell us about what kind of pushed us to make our promise to God. What else? We got circumstances, we got going to a Christian household. What else would make us lean towards being a Christian without fully counting up the cost?
Influences.
Like who? Like what?
Family, friends.
Okay.
Relationship, period, whatever.
And
wait, influences that make you want to be Christian, or like
yes, that make you want to be Christian. There might be somebody you admire. There might be somebody who does what? Y'all feed me, help me.
Dating.
Okay.
Somebody.
Wow, that is the truth.
Yeah.
Wow. Relationships.
Yeah.
Can you change a person?
No.
No.
You sure about that?
Not unless they want to be changed. I think we had this conversation before.
A little bit.
Yeah, we touched on this.
A little bit, just a little bit. Can you actually change somebody?
I think you can influence somebody, but I don't think you can change them.
What's the difference? It's a very good point, by the way.
Make them want to change.
Keep going. You're on great footing.
See what happens
To make them
see what
want
happens
to
when you
change.
go in 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. This is great.
Right.
Yeah, this is great. So you might do something or be something that might make somebody else want to change, and then they make the change themselves. But you can influence somebody, so you can kind of give me a natural kind of give me a natural example of how you can influence somebody versus change somebody. There's even a saying. I love it. You got it?
A leopard never changes spots, something like that.
Oh, okay, that's one. Some people say a leopard can't change his spots. Actually, that's the Bible. That's definitely scripture. Can a leopard change his spots? That comes straight out the book. We say it a lot, but we don't know that came from the Bible. Yes. You can take a horse. You can horse to water.
I was gonna say you can't turn a
Get to the hoe into a housewife.
yeah.
Let me finish the other one first so we don't take a hoe to the water and make a drink. Okay, here we go. So you can take a horse to the water. You can draw a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. That's one thing we say. So you say, what is that again? You can't
turn a hoe into a housewife.
Yeah.
You can't talk. You can't turn.
You can't turn her into a housewife. You never heard that?
No. I mean, but
You can't turn her into a housewife.
oh, you really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I love that.
I mean,
No problem.
but is that possible?
No.
No, it's not possible. You know how many people are trying
Look,
that?
I'm searching the database.
Right.
No, it's not possible.
You can't change
No entries.
Oh, that tickles me for some reason. That's unbelievable. I mean, but
Google,
you
no
have
results found.
let me tell you, and I'm not trying to be all deep and extra. I like being saved though, I do. I'm thinking about the book of Hosea. And
Gomer?
here's Gomer.
Yeah. Trying to turn
Gomer is a straight.
And he's trying to turn his into a housewife.
You're right. Do you see what I'm saying?
Hard.
You said replace
Right, and he's going and he's looking for his wife. God asks him, and this is an incredible picture of an incredible love story of how faithful God is and how unfaithful Israel is, right? He has this prophet. Could you do this? He has this prophet, and he tells this prophet, I need you to go and I need you to marry this woman, right?
Lady of the evening.
This lady of the night, right? and I need you to marry her because my people have turned their back. They've gone a-whoring after other gods. They are going and they're giving their bodies and giving them, sacrificing their children to devils, dashing their children against the stones, passing their children through fires for the god of Molech. You know, so God is like, look at my people. I've done all these things, and they just keep, they're doing these terrible things. So he says, as a picture, as an earthly picture of what I am and who I am to Israel, I need you to go and marry this woman named Gomer. Gomer is, she's definitely right, you know, and, you know, so, and, you know, he goes and they marry and all is well, but apparently you're saying must be true because she can't stop. And there's a point where he is searching through the streets.
He's got to go buy her back out of bed's bed.
He's got to go and get his wife out of the bed of another man and pay for her to get out of the bed. He's got to pay. Could you do that?
No. Lord, please don't test me that way.
Jesus! Please, Father. You know what I'm saying? He's got to go and he's searching through the streets asking people, have you seen my wife? Have you seen? And everybody knows where his wife is.
That's embarrassing in and of itself.
That's shame, man. I mean, my pride.
Because you didn't try to turn the hoe into a housewife.
Because you did try it, and I guess, you know, whatever.
You tried to change her.
You know, I mean, now God can, but we can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So God is showing him, saying, look, this is what my people is doing. And can you imagine the heartbreak of having stood and made a promise before God with this woman, and you honor your side. Let me tell you nothing but the Lord right here. You honor your side. But this woman right here, what? And she getting pregnant? What? And I gotta stay with her?
Wait, but she got pregnant for one of the Johns?
And you gotta love her.
I don't even know what she got.
And you have to love her. Lord. God, are you serious? And I have to walk in the room, really? Or I'm coming to the door and I'm knocking and he comes out with his robe. Can you see this? He got a towel around his waist. And I can hear her voice in your house, back in the back room.
You can smell it.
Can I have my wife, please?
May I please buy my wife back from you?
Sir, I pay good money for that.
I will gladly pay you on Tuesday for my wife back today.
Do you see what I'm saying? Hey sis, what's up?
Hey, I did an experiment with darkness, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay, that's how I'm leaving it.
I trust you.
Oh no, yeah, it was all good.
I
We were
know.
talking about being fearful in the dark.
Yes.
You're on YouTube.
You're good.
Oh Jesus.
Right? So here we are, and I hear her, honey, hurry up and come back. You know, and I know that's my wife's voice, not my girlfriend's voice. That's my wife. And this is the thing.
Wife is just a girl from the papers.
Hosea loved her. He loved.
Why?
And Hosea had to love God too.
I was going to say, I think he loved God.
I think he
her.
loved God more than he loved that woman.
Test his patience.
But he would go through the streets.
Test his manhood.
Hey, Hosea. Hey, she's not here, sir.
That's right.
Dude, she's
No,
not
they
here.
even know why you coming.
I saw her. I did. Apparently she went down and, you know, going down.
She went down.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, and he's like, thanks. But if I see her, I'll tell you looking for her. And he's looking intently. And he doesn't give up with looking for this woman who is not thinking about him after she has made a promise to him. That is an incredible picture of what God does for us.
He doesn't give
No,
up.
what was the issue? Was she like, she after the money, or was she just like an info or something like that?
That's just her. It was just It was just it's just a thing.
That's a hobby?
That's
You can't pick up someone or something? Don't press some items.
and we have all of these sayings that allude to that same premise. Like, you can take somebody out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the person. We have all of these sayings that allude to this same thing, that God, if he doesn't do the change, there will be no change.
Say that again, Sister Keisha.
You can
can't take the.
You can, well, there's a way you say it. You know,
You sound real. That was real cute. You ain't from the hood.
right, you know, so I'm trying, you
say that real proper.
polished and nice and stuff, you know. But you can take a person out, but you can't take it out of them. They say that about country folk.
Yeah.
You can take the country, and you can take the person out of the country, but you cannot take the country out of the person. And unfortunately, we believe that we can change people, and we get into these relationships and we make promises, and we haven't fully counted up the cost. Scripture says this: when before a man begins to build, this is what the scripture says. Before a man begins to build, he should first count up the cost, lest after he begins building and he can't finish, he gets embarrassed. You need to really lay out and figure out what you're going to do. Is this something I really want to do? Can I really make that kind of sacrifice? Am I really willing to be that vulnerable? Yes.
Yo. Nah, because you know what? I've had a conversation with 2 people recently about this thing that's like really just been at like a question that's been like right here, like right in front of me.
Uh-huh.
And my conversation with the person was, my question to them was, is there a difference between settling and giving somebody a chance?
Right?
No.
Tell me why you say that.
And would that kind of fit into what we're talking about now?
What do you think? Settling.
Does settling change your level and your character where you are and give
Like makes you come down?
makes you come, you as yourself as a person, you're giving something,
When
give
you're
somebody a
settling,
chance,
right?
you can get,
When you're selling, I mean, your standard is up here,
and you're coming down.
Even
Exactly.
a little bit.
You're
down.
lowering at some point, you have to change who you are,
Uh-huh.
right? But giving somebody a chance, you're giving that person an opportunity to accept what it is that you're offering.
Okay.
At the same time, you're giving that person an opportunity to embarrass you.
Wow.
That's usually what happens. You're giving that person an opportunity to embarrass you. And you be like, real? I settled for this?
Wow.
Really?
But then that means that you came to the point where you switched over from giving them a chance.
You stop giving them a chance.
You stopped giving them a chance and you just settled.
It's what it sounds like I'm hearing it, and let me know if it's right. What it sounds like I'm hearing is giving a person a chance means you're still in the decision-making mode. Settling means I've decided to go with you. I've already made my decision. And whether that's coming down, that's what I decided, and this is where I'm staying. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
And when you're giving a person a chance, I mean, this is what I'm hearing. When you give a person a chance, I'm giving you the opportunity to either substantiate or refute what I believe.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I think that you are not the one, I might give you a chance to prove it or say, no, yes I am. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So there's room for, let me see what's going on.
Right.
If I'm giving you a chance,
Right.
giving you an opportunity, that means, okay, impress me. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 minutes.
Make
what
it
you gonna do?
happen.
What you gonna
Here's
do?
your audition.
This is gonna help me
Pretty much.
solidify my decision. Settling means I've already made my decision. I know your flaws. I know your faults. I know you are. I know you are weak. I know you are not as serious as I am. But because I need you right now for where I am and what I'm asking for my flesh or whatever, I'll go with you for now. I'll settle for this for right now. You see what I'm saying? I really think it's a state of mind. Giving a chance means, okay, I haven't quite made my final decision about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's still out. It's kind of still out. I'm still waiting to see what's going on. But if you know what the person is all about, and you still entertain that, and you choose to be that and be with that, you have been settled.